stuffed eggplants, stuffed with meat, any of your choice. I have ground turkey and ground beef. And I have Lilith as a helper.
No.
Ground Lilith.
No.
No?
No.
She's not the helper?
No, I am.
Okay, you are the... He's not in a good mood today, so if he's upset a little bit with everything and anything, that's normal. Why are you upset? What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing? So what happened?
Because Papa make all the candy go away.
So Papa make all the candy go away, which means he dropped his candy, everything was on the floor. And this person is on the floor. Arnakcan et kurope. Okay, so we're making eggplants, stuffed eggplants. I have 3 of them. These are each about 14 ounces each. Choose bigger or smaller, doesn't matter. And we have the meat, spices, lots and lots of spices, as you can see. If you skip any of these spices, it's completely fine. It will still taste delicious, but try to have most of them. I'll go through spices in a little bit. And we also have some tomato paste, tomato sauce, red pepper paste, fresh greens or herbs, onions, garlic, peppers, olive oil. No, those are not hot peppers. Yeah, these are hot peppers. You can use hot peppers. Okay, so these are our ingredients, and we have rice, right? Wash and drain the rice, and we're gonna simply slightly cook the rice because we're adding this rice to our meat. Just pour the boiling water on the rice and bring it to a boil. Turn off and let it sit there. And also, we're going to salt our eggplants. And when choosing the eggplants, I would suggest just kind of check and see how they sit on your plate, on your baking pan actually. Just to make sure you put them on the right side so they don't really roll or move too much. So what you do, are you gonna do this actually? You're going to slice the eggplant just like that, but avoid slicing the bottom. A couple of about, I'd say, half an inch of thickness. I'll see how many I cut. Just like that. And leave about an inch from the top too. And one more. And we're going to salt this and set aside one. How many? Oh, you can cut another one. So what you want to make sure is to have a flatter bottom to set it on your baking pan. And what you do, you need to Lijan, salt generously each slot.
Wow.
Okay, so salt them generously. I have the table salt somewhere. Okay, so I'll cut, you salt them and place on this thing.
How much salt do I put?
As much as you can. We're gonna wash off the salt anyways.
Wow. Okay.
So I'll go ahead and finish slicing this and show you the rest. Hajan,
Go.
you want cocoa? Hold on. Now the rice is half cooked and it's set aside, and also the eggplants are salted properly, and this will prevent the bitterness from eggplants. And also these are very thick eggplants, they need good amount of salt. Okay, so this will set aside, and we're going to bake these eggplants, stuffed eggplants, in a tomato sauce, a good amount of tomato sauce. And did you pour the olive oil? Yes, and good amount of olive oil, 1 onion, saute until saute until light golden color, and then we'll add our peppers. I like adding salsa always to my tomato sauces, and then I have regular sauce and pepper paste.
I need a
What? Just do like this. Not this. Banovara. Guitar. Paiti guitar. Okay. And mix this a couple of minutes. And while it's getting ready, we also need to prepare the meat and season and salt everything a good amount of seasoning for our meat. So I like doing everything in one container, or as I in a processor. Okay, so I have another onion. I have another onion that I'm going to chop coarsely, or just like that, and I'll add the rest of my spices, which is, let me tell you, I have so many. I have some. Oh, I forgot to mention about the vegetable stock, or any you can find, or use simple water. This is for the sauce. This is gonna be a little bit confusing probably, but at the end you'll figure out. Okay, you'll watch the video a couple of times and figure out what we made. Okay, a couple of garlic cloves to your taste, but it's very important for this meat and this dish. Garlic is an important. Garlic is important. Okay, what else? So I'll add some of these greens. I think my mini processor may not handle this very well. I may switch to a larger one, just like that. Or I may even add my seasonings to the meat. That's that. What else? I'm a little bit off today, but we'll figure out. And you can preheat the oven to 425 degrees. I'm using this dried citron in Armenian. What was the name? Remember I was asking how we read this? No.
It started with a T, right?
No, with S.
Sumac?
No, not sumac. Okay, I'll find the name. This is very fragrant herb, and we use not too much. So that's that.
So it's burning now.
And it's burning? That's it, honey.
It's not burning, it's just...
Okay, so it's burning. Apparently it's time to add our peppers. Okay, so mix a couple of more minutes. And then we'll add our entire can. Okay. Oh, and we also need garlic for that. Okay, I'll add it later. Okay. Okay. I'll go ahead and try processing this mixture and see what happens. I may need a little bit stock to help it with mixing. Just like that. Let's see what's going to happen.
These are not hot. They're not.
They're not, no. Oops. Okay, tomatoes and not tomatoes, peppers and onions are already halfway cooked. She's adding tomato sauce, salsa, and a good tablespoon of red pepper paste. Okay, mix this and a little bit of stock. We need to have a good amount of this sauce. It's basically the.
Pour some in there so I can just...
Okay, yeah. Okay, about a cup or so. I'll leave it there. Okay, and we need to have to pour some salt, black pepper. I have white pepper. Let's do stuck and go.
Oh.
Be careful.
Oh, man,
Black pepper, Mom.
Yeah, I said black
Which
pepper.
one is black pepper?
A little bit curry. Half a teaspoonful or so. And some cumin. You can always use your preferred spices or seasonings the way you like it, as much you like it. Nothing will happen. Okay, and I'm trying to process this one. Let that cook 2 more minutes and anjati and turn it off. Okay, so I'll process this until it's nice and smooth, and then add it to my meat. We'll add the rice, the rest of our spices, and we'll be almost done. Okay, Lee, did you rinse it?
Yeah.
Okay, bring the rice. So the rice, you can rinse it from hot water, so it's easier to mix with your meat. Arkacan mikiş çadır. Okay, and to this, and we need to add some garlic to our sauce. Okay, so we'll add this. And some spices and seasonings, of course, some salt. And then I like adding a little bit of sumac to the meat. You don't have to, this is just my personal preference. It will slightly change the texture, the taste. It will slightly change the taste, of course. Everything changes the taste. Some paprika and garlic. Can you squeeze the garlic into the sauce? And also you need to wash out the sauce from this thing. It's called eggplants. Okay, that's that. I'm trying to remember what else. Okay, and I love adding some dried dill to my meat.
Where's the squisher thing?
Squisher? I put it. I don't know.
Mom,
I got it, Mom.
You got? Oh, he got it. He's got it.
thank you, Erica.
Okay, what else? What's this? Black pepper.
That's
Okay, I think that's enough. Oh, some cayenne for spice.
I feel like this is gonna break.
No, it's not. I got it from 99 cents.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it's.
And I paid $1.99. No, not here, Lee.
Oh.
On the sauce.
Oh,
You just
okay.
Okay, so this thing I need to mix it with my surgical gloves. Okay, and we'll be almost done with our stuffing, and we can now stuff the eggplants.
Nothing happened.
Okay, okay, we're starting. A little bit of sauce on the bottom of your pan, our pan, not all of it.
All of it.
No, not all of it. Just this much. This is good. Because throughout the baking or cooking, we're gonna pour the sauce probably three times. Okay, 2 or 3 times we'll continue pouring the sauce. Okay, so what we do? Wash the eggplants, of course, and a normal amount of that meat in each slot. Just like that. I'd say for each eggplant you will need about 200 or 250 grams of meat. So this is easy to calculate recipe. Depending how many eggplants you have, just go from there. Just like that. And of course, check the salt for your sauce and for meat. Okay, like that. All done. Now we're gonna put some of that sauce on top of each eggplant and bake covered about 45 to 50 minutes. And after 50 minutes, we'll open the cover and cook open and pour some of the sauce again on top of each eggplant. Just like that. And I made extra meat so I can wrap some dolma later. Okay. Cover. And I'll see you in 50 minutes. Okay, in 15 minutes we're gonna take it out and pour some of our sauce on top again. Half of the sauce actually. And you can also use the ones in a pan. This smells so good already. Okay, so, and then we'll bake another 15 minutes. Pour the sauce one more time. 15 minutes. Overall time will be 1.5 hours, I'd say, or a little bit less. You can always slice and see how well it's cooked. Okay, so I'll add some more, and this time we're gonna bake this or cook this without cover. Okay, so 15 more minutes, then another sauce addition, 15 minutes, and that's it, we're done. 1 hour and 40 minutes for this. It's a good idea to slice and see if it's fully cooked or fully done. Alright, so I would suggest to let it sit another 10-15 minutes because you see it's still boiling hot. It's almost impossible to serve, but I can't wait to try it, to be honest. It smells so good. And it's always a good idea to, once in a while, once in a while to drizzle this these eggplants with this delicious sauce. Oh, come on! He's biting my foot. Okay, no. Okay, so Լիլիկյան մի վայրկյան վերցրեք, երեխուն վերջացրեցի. This is the most delicious dish I've ever made. Ուտեմ. Oh, լուսին ջան, մատ վերցրա երեխուն արևս, վերջացրեցի, almost done. Okay, so I have something. It's a little confusing day today, but I want to show you how it looks. So, and oops, like this. This is the one I cut to check if it was cooked or not. So I'll slice one more slice just to show you. Again, I would suggest to let it sit so it kind of sets properly. It's not cutting very well because it didn't set yet, but this is how it looks and it's perfectly cooked. And I would of course suggest to serve it with that delicious tomato sauce. Halfway through cooking I added some of my leftover peppers, just optional, just an idea for you. You can kind of also like garnish your plate, serving plate. And I need a fork. I'll put down the recipe as detailed as possible because I think today's video was a little bit confusing or maybe too fast or too not regular. Let me try this first. So in the recipe I'll put everything in details, all measurements and everything. You check it out. It will be on my blog at heghineh.com. The best thing ever. So delicious, so flavorful. I'm sure you will love this dish. So try it. This is called stuffed eggplants, letonat sumbuk in Armenian. Thank you everyone for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel to be updated all the new uploads. Also remember to check out this, my website fruitlavash.com for new flavors. And that's it. I'll see you soon.